and said she'll never be the same again. At which point, I went to the chapel and broke down. How are we going to make it through all of this? How much pain would she have to endure? What kind of life can she live now? I know now there was nothing else. And that the answers are we would make it through together, the joy far outweighs the pain, and that the past 10 years are richer than one can even imagine. You are amazing, Auntie Mimang. You showed us all how little we really need to be happy. That's not to say that everyday life wasn't challenging. It definitely was. But with challenges come rewards, and having someone whose songs, AR says he misses going every day that echo through our house, our laughter that you can hear throughout the whole, I would say all the RFPV, and her smiles as you see in her pictures just brighten up any mood that you have. And no matter where she was, you would know that that home was a place full of love. I've never questioned why she had her strength. I believe here in God's house that she offered to sacrifice herself to my brother Aar. Because if she wasn't afflicted, our brother David would not have been in town to take Aar to the hospital for his emergency heart surgery. And instead, I would have found him in his room. So while 10 years ago, when Mimang was ready to go, and told God to take her instead of Aar, I believe God granted her a reprieve and gave her all her faculty and care to lead a joyful life. At the time, 5 years I thought would have been great. 10 years we'll throw a party. We got 10 plus. We're good. Needless to say, this week has been filled with a lot of tears for me. Some conversations have included, Derek, I know you were her favorite, but I know that she loved such and such too. I'll let you in on a secret. Everyone is her favorite. I would ask her, who am I?
Derek Mateo.
You're
Best baby in the world.
I am. What about William, Kelly, David, Mark, Patrick, etc., and so on and so on? Every single one, at the mention of anyone who was part of her life, would bring her joy and a smile. And that is what kept her going. Every time we could mention anyone who shared moments in joyful time with her, that's what got her through her days. That's all she wanted. I don't know how she did it. My favorite moments often were late at night because maybe about once a month, when the TV was off from the Golden Girls, or other sitcoms, or game shows, like Family Feud, or, of course, a mood of ghost stories. She's already been visiting people. For those that know Pop, Feisty, our parent, would rattle names, but I think the day after she left, Feisty was saying, and yeah, and she'd never said that before, by herself. So she's around. But after those TV shows were off and the lights were off, sometimes she was in the mood to talk. And we would have two-way conversation. She would answer in full sentences, which was great. And when I asked her, why don't we talk like this all the time, she would just giggle as if she was playing a trick on me, knowing that she was still a step ahead. Doing her paperwork, they asked us what her highest level of education was. While the official box was college, we all know the true answer is so much more, and what she proclaims about her legacy in life, I believe reads something like this. William Wawa Alba, Cornell, PhD, UC Berkeley, college professor. Michelle Mimi Grace Alba, Wellesley, Masters UC Berkeley, Masters UCR, college professor. Joycey Alba, Carnegie Mellon, then an unknown startup called Oracle, and now an educator. Mayor Mateo, UCLA, Master CSULB educator. David Woodburn, University of Arizona, businessman. Derek, UCLA, LMU, MFA, college professor. Kelly Alba, Master of St. Andrews, educator. And I can tell you what was one of the greatest things this past year, that she made it to 2014 class. University of California, San Diego, Trevor Cortez, 2014 class, Loyola Marymount University, LA, Mark Joshua Valenzuela. Those are the biggest joys of her life. And that is her legacy. It is impeccable and soon to come. Patrick Cortez and Sage Thomas, you will complete her legacy. We will celebrate with you and help you with any of your achievements. Auntie Mimang never wanted anything from any of us as her children. She wanted and still wants everything for us. And I can't tell you how incredibly comforting that is to know. So the next section was about don't go any of those places that my brother talked about. So I won't go over that and bore you further, but it was nice with David, A.R., Mike, Colin, John, Alex, Adan, Ronnie, and whoever else is here. She would tell us where to go. And without going into every detail, I can assure everyone here that she lived life on her terms, and this year was particularly rich with experiences. Everyone here knows that she walked me to school with Philip, Shannon, and Isabel, and other people at Miracat, or that she rode with me when I was teaching at UCSD, but even this year with Trevor and Dominic at UCSD when I was faculty mentor, we spent Easter at a hotel, and then I loved watching her devour strawberry cheesecake for lunch. So this very last year, she was still taking me to school. In the last weeks, she was in more discomfort, and I think she knew. So she put her affairs in order. She spent time with her babies. She celebrated her birthday twice with all of her family. She cried in appreciation when we brought rosaries and shirts blessed from the Vatican. And my biggest regret is that she will not see me with my own family. She even decorated the Christmas tree with Zoe, my brother, and my goddaughter. In her final week. And to show that she was still concerned with others, when she heard that her brother, known as Uncle Danny, was in the hospital for open heart surgery, she wailed in worry. And when we heard on that Thursday night that he did well, she wept in appreciation. I think she made another deal. Due to some administrative changes, her latest doctor appointment was pushed back to the day after she left. But on the Saturday evening before, I could sense that she wasn't doing well, and I asked her, do you want to go to the hospital, or do you want to rest? You want to rest? Oh. She went to sleep. More than anything, I'm just proud. I'm so proud of who Auntie Mimang is. I'm so proud of how we took care of her. And I'm so proud of everything that we were able to do together. Lasani, we did it. We loved, we cared, and took her all the way home. With a lot of help. From family, and of course, those who are more than family, but not technically family. Mark, combo dinners with emphasis were always a joy. To the Portiz family, you made these 10 years possible by convincing us to be able to seek treatment, and we are eternally grateful for every second that was bought with them. And of course to, technology, all of the people that took care of her. From Marissa, Terry, Jose, Leanne, Priya Vic, and some of us, Michelle, to family members, and of course, Lena. every transfer, for every bath, for every meal, for every exhausting minute of making her food. More than anything in her life, she just said, "Nah." And anything else. And what was making her feel human, giving her dignity, really, truly gave her joy. One of my favorite memories will be the time that we went to the beauty parlor and we both had hair coloring for Christmas. You truly are ang buhay niya. Finally, Auntie Mimang, how can I ever thank you for caring about me so much? You walked me through every step of life, and though I miss you, I know you are no longer bound by the confines of my chair, and that the hills are alive in heaven. I only hope that I properly honored you and that that my life will continue to make you proud. And on behalf of all of your babies, we love you, we miss you, and we all give you a kiss. And we promise we won't go to any of those places